Welcome yet again to one of my lessons for HTML. Now today we'll be looking at HTML iframe. Okay, and we are saying the HTML iframe tag specifies an inline frame. Okay, so just iframe simply means inline frame. Okay, so in the previous lesson we did look at a frame set, and today we are building on from a frame set to iframe. Now most people who work on websites, they would prefer using the iframe instead of the frame set. Okay, so we'll see what we mean when we now start looking at this particular iframe in detail. So an inline frame is used to embed another document within the current HTML document or from another source outside your local resource. So what you're saying here is you can actually add your particular document within your resource. Okay, but if you wish to get from another source outside your particular one, you can actually use a link to get that particular site. Okay, and there is a rule or a way that you can actually now showcase your iframe. Okay, and the way it's showing here, I've got angle iframe, then source, then the link, then you close with a closing tag. All right, so we'll talk about iframe. This is what you're trying to actually say. All these that you're able to see here, these are iframes that were inserted. Okay, so it's different from the frame set where we did in the previous lesson, but this one is iframe inserted here. Okay, now let's see how actually you can now look at how can you showcase your iframe. Now here I have my my editor. Yet again, I'm using Visual Studio Code, but you can also use Sublime Text, whichever way is you have the same results. Okay, then on my right here, once again, I have my my browser. Okay, so let's begin. So here you can see here the title is iframe, equally on the browser showing iframe. Okay, so there's a distinction between a frame set and the iframe. For a frame set, we are ignoring the body tag. We had replaced the body tag with a frame set, but in this particular case we need the body tag to showcase our iframe tag. Okay, so how do you show that? So you say iframe. Okay, for start, just this when you save this, it will show just an empty iframe. Okay, if I were to refresh this, you see that you have something that is popping up here. It's an empty, nothing in it. You have just written. You can also add another iframe. So just simply copy this, save this information. Okay, and if you check now the browser, if you are to do this, you have another iframe. Okay, and if you notice here, they are two close to each other. You can also even adjust their space. You can use the break tag and the div tag. Okay, so I'm using the div tag to actually create space in between. If you notice, they are too close, so I'm just trying to give it some space. Okay, then we use the break as well. Okay, here again I use div tag. Okay, I'm just trying to create myself space. I'm not comfortable the way how close they are, so okay, right. So if I save this now, okay, you can see now that when I try to refresh this page, I have some space created. Okay, so at least this is much better the way it's appealing. So you can use the break tag or the div tag to actually create your own space. Okay, so basically that's how you can actually show your empty iframes on your browser. Okay, now let's go ahead and see how we can use the sync attribute if you wish to insert a link. So for this particular lesson, now I have on my screen, let me just minimize this. On my screen here, I have this these HTML documents that I will show, or so that you see how actually you can show your iframe. Okay, and in each of these particular information, HTML document, there is some information contained. Equally here, there's something that's contained inside. So let's see how we can actually use that. Okay, so we'll go on our opening tag for the iframe, okay, which is this one here. Then I'll just type seek, okay, then the equal sign, then my link. I'm getting my link of the document, which is list1.html. that's how I've saved it. Okay, the other one is showing. I'll go to the second one here, and I'll say sync attributes, okay, equals to, this one is list2.html. okay, then if I was to save this now and try to check on my browser, okay, I've opened the wrong browser. Let me just minimize this and double click this one. Okay, you can now see that we have got two frames that are showing, and there's a scrolling bar appearing here, vertical scrolling bar that's appearing here. And if you wish not to want not to use the scrolling bar, you can actually use the scrolling attributes to actually stop you from navigating. For example, you can actually do this. Okay, let me just open this. Okay, so here you can just write, soon after the link, you can say scrolling, okay, scrolling equals to, then you just say no. Okay, then if you save this and you try to run it, you see that it has been disappeared. So you can actually use that attribute if you don't wish to be scrolling and seeing what is there contained. Okay, now let's also add another attribute. So I'll just save, let me just pick this. Okay, let me copy this. I wish to add another iframe here. Okay, so now in this case, let me just remove the scrolling here. I will need the scrolling in case I want to show something. Okay, so there we are. Now on the link, I want to get another document within my my documents here, and I want to pick this one, which is in a folder. Okay, so for this one, since it's the folder, I'll first of all type its location. It's in the HTML files. Okay, where it's located. Then inside it, that's where there's this frame 1 HTML document which is located. So this is my target. So how do I pick that? Okay, so I'll do this. I'll say HTML file. So for you to show where it's located, you write its location, then after that particular name, you can say /, then you can now write the way it is saved, which is frame 1. Okay, frame 1 HTML. Okay, so if I was now to save this particular editor here and test it on my browser, okay, so this is what I'll get. I can see the scrolling is back because I'd removed that. So basically that's what you can do. Okay, now there are many things that you actually also do, like other attributes. For example, let's try to add color to one of our documents. Okay, just make it more appealing. Okay, so if I was to, let me just minimize this. Okay, now in here I want to insert a color from this particular document, so I'll open its editor. Okay, I'll open its editor here. Okay, so this is its writing code for that program. So I want to insert a color. So the tag that we use for a color, it's bg color. Okay, just type in on the body here, the body tag, the opening tag for the body. You just type bg color, and you notice that Visual Studio Code also brought me certain things. So I will say, okay, I'll pick up this one. Then I'll say I want the color, let's say I want it to be green. Okay, then if I save this, okay, I'm closing this one, and if I test this now, I have a small green color that is appearing there. Equally, if I wish to insert another color, let me just open this other editor here. Okay, this is its program. Okay, so yet again I'll go on my opening tag for the body. Okay, and I'll say BG color. Okay, I'll select this one and I'll say let me add pink. Okay, let me pick pink. I save this. Okay, then close it. And if I double click this one, I'll have a pink color. Okay, so I've made the changes in this independent HTML documents. So if I was to go now to my main particular site, you notice that also the colors have changed. Okay, so basically that's how you can even do it. Now suppose I want to change the background of all this particular site, you can also add the color from its design, meaning from here you just select your, which is already, just pop it up here. Okay, no, this for another one. Okay, so let me just open for this one. Okay, so if I wish to add a color to this particular information, I'll just go on the body here and I'll say let me say BG color, and let me say orange. Okay, orange. I can also add certain attributes, for example size or width. Okay, you can also check here, you can check the width. You can actually change the width, okay, to say 60. Okay, whichever way you can. It's also change this height. Okay, just type height. Okay, equals to, you can say 70. Okay, we'll see how these changes come, but you can add attributes that there are so many attributes that you can actually add to see how best you can do this. Okay, so basically you can see that the size has reduced and you have got the orange color here. Okay, so basically what we're looking at, this was an iframe, how actually you can showcase. So once again, we're saying an HTML iframe tag specifies an inline frame. Okay, then an inline frame is used to embed another document within the current HTML document or from another source. Now, another source. Let's try the last one for how you can actually show how you can pick information from another source. So let me just copy once more before we can end our lesson. Okay, let's get here. Okay, so let me copy this. And add it here. Okay, so I want to, these documents are within my computer, but I wish to get another one outside my computer, so I have to get a link from the internet. Let me see if I can get one link. Let me get this one. Let me copy this link. Okay, I'm copying this link and I'm pasting it here. Okay, then if I now save it, and test it on my browser, if I refresh this, okay, you can see something. There we are. Okay, something has popped out, and they actually drag and see what. So basically you can have your add from your local resource, or you can actually get information from other source. As long as you know the link, you can just copy the link and paste it on your particular browser. So basically that's what is there, right? Thank you for listening.